Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
This is Ivory. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Back to the ground on first down. Again, Ivory. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Brock caught by Nelson left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22. On first down, this is Ivory. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right, and his throw's going to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Brock. And this will be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there. And it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Brock, throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Now, Barney!
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
No, check. Patriot!
To throw on 2nd down. Gonzalez. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Over!
From the gun, Gonzalez. And he's got it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
Detroit! Over!
To throw is Gonzalez. To throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Gone! Detroit!
Here's Gonzalez, throwing on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. They give it to Ivory. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Ivory. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56!
Here's Gonzalez looking to throw on 2nd down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gonzalez. Wide open receiver, complete. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2.
All right, now, lucky 56!
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Bennett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gonzalez. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's going to get it running right. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Back to throw. Brock, a dump off for Ivory. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The pitch comes to Ivory. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
To throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Block. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. He only punted to win last week as he gets this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Watch you now, Barney.
Gonzalez now to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
– 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Block. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Brock into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
Now Gonzalez to throw on third down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 19 in picking up the first.
Back there in Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Gonzalez looking to throw on second down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Gonzalez on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Gonzalez. To throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now, Barney, Barney.
Now Gonzalez from the gun, he'll throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, 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 gun.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught by Nelson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Detroit!
The final shot before break. Brock, and the grab by Cross. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all... So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now they try the right side here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit. Watch the edge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Carry number 10 now for Ivory. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Over. All right, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Brock. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gonzalez now on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Gonzalez, operating from the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Gonzalez. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Here's Gonzalez off the play fake. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll try to get the running game going here with Ivory. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw on 2nd down. Brock hauling it in, Nelson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a toss right to Ivory. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Brock. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brock. Bryant with a catch right side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Gonzalez to throw on 2nd down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll run it here. And that play went nowhere. losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got the hook up to lead. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Gonzalez. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Jerron Harmon makes the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Hot! Hot!
Gonzalez now. From the gun, he'll throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now Gonzalez operating from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And Boswell's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They start on the ground with Ivory. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Brock. Underneath, this is Bernard. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
And the busy afternoon continues for Ivory. Finds a seam inside the 40, and finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Now let's go. Please.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Ivory trying to get to the outside. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy side. Plus, you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Hut.
Gonzalez throwing on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Brock. And Nelson's got it here right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Brock. He completes it to Nelson. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. He's made 2. He's missed 1. This time for the win. And that is not going to go for Bullock. It's left to the upright. No good. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And out now, here come the Bengals. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Throwing on first down, Brock. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's 2nd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and fill the play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
Detroit! Over!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
And he got it! The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Pittsburgh, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.